Hello again. You've probably just done a body composition measurement with me, and now you're probably going back to your office to sit and check out what those results mean. So I've made a little video to explain to you what the different sections mean of your analysis and what you can use that for. I also thought it was a good idea to do a video, so if there's any things that you forgot what that was, or bits that you didn't really understand, you can just go in and watch the video again and find the recommendations, okay? So we've just done a composition thing, and I've given you one of these. All right, this is an Inbody schedule printout. It's got all the stats that you need on it, and on the back side, it's got the explanation of what all the segments mean. So basically, just what I'm going to tell you is written on the back. Here at the top, we've got all of the stuff that we typed in. Your ID number, which is a telephone number, where you got your height, your age, your gender, and the date and time that we did this. Here we've got the analysis of body composition. So we've got water, protein, mineral, and fat mass. Water's interesting from time to time. We might want to look at that and see, have I got more or less water in my body than I had last time? Was I dehydrated? Do I need to focus on getting a little bit more water in? Protein, that's not to be understood as being muscle mass. Minerals, that's your skeleton basically. And your fat mass is legitimately the amount of fat that you've got in your body in kilos. It's the same as the one that's down here. Here we've got the analysis of muscle and fat and their relationship to each other. So here we've got weight, we've got skeletal muscle mass, I will say the muscles that are stuck to your skeleton, which is most of them. And then you've got your fat-free mass, sorry, your fat mass, your total fat mass in kilos here. And it's split into segment normal, normal, under, and over. All right? These three's relation to each other, it wanted it to be as D-shaped as possible. So high muscle mass, low fat percentage, fat mass, and low body weight. Okay, so as D-shaped as possible. The more D-shaped it's going to be, the higher score it's going to be. I've got a 98 on this, and I've got really high muscle mass, but I'm a personal trainer. I've been training like an elite athlete for 25 years. If anybody should have a high muscle mass, it should be me. So don't worry about that if yours isn't all the way up there. You can see here in the normal, it's also split into percentages, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It's going to recommend, as far as weight and fat is concerned, that you land on 100. And as far as muscle mass is concerned, it's gonna recommend that you get up to 100 or over 100. And it does that over here on your weight control. So it's your total weight, and then it's going to be your weight control, what it is that it recommends your total weight should be, what it is that it says that your weight control should be up or down, plus or minus, and then it'll split that up into fat and muscle mass. What do you need to do? So it might say that you need to lose 3 kilos of fat and gain 1 kilo of muscle. It might say that you need to gain 2 kilos of fat and gain 2 kilos of muscle. It's never going to recommend that you lose muscle mass. It just doesn't see any point in doing that, which is a very good idea. So either way, the recommendations here are going to put you at about 100. It's obviously it thinks that I'm pretty good, and it doesn't recommend that I lose any weight, because if I lose any weight, it means me losing muscle mass. Down here, you've got your analysis of being overweight, what it says, analysis of obesity. You've got your BMI and you've got your fat percentage. Again, under, normal, over. It will recommend that you get a BMI of 22 for men or 21.5 for women. That's what the World Health Organization is recommending. It's difficult to argue with the World Health Organization when it's about statistics for body composition. As you can see, I've got a body mass index of 28.4, which is pretty high. So over here it says, yeah, that's pretty high, Leon. It's slightly over what it should be. But my percentage of body fat is normal. It's in the middle. It's where it should be. A BMI of 30 and over is a problem for most people as far as surgeons are concerned, and health insurance companies. You'll have to pay a different premium if you've got a BMI over 30. and they probably won't operate on you if you have a BMI over 30. That's pretty much all that you can use that for. So here we've got the analysis of fat-free mass. So it's going to tell you here where your muscles are on your body. Right arm, left arm, trunk, right leg, left leg. Again, under, normal, over. And over here, it tells you if your body's balanced. So upper body, as from right to left, that's balanced. Lower body, right to left, that's also balanced. But the upper lower body, you can see it's slightly unbalanced. I've got a little bit more muscle mass, percentage-wise, in my upper body than I have in my legs. So this is going to want me to gain some muscle mass on my legs. I got really short legs. What we're going to do? I was like a football player when I was a kid. You know, I'm all right. My legs are all right. Just a little bit short. And over here, we've got the segmental fat analysis. So this is the same thing, but for where's the fat on your body, right? So we've got right arm, left arm, trunk, right leg, left leg. I've got very little fat in my arms, but all of my fat is in my trunk. It's in the middle section because I'm a human. And that's where humans store their fat. Again, you can't really see the percentage on this, but the middle part of it will want to land on 100%. So if you have a weight control recommendation here that it says you want to lose some fat, that will match percentage-wise how this one is over 100. Okay, this recommends you lose 8 kilos. You'll be able to see on here where those 8 kilos need to be lost from. Now you can't lose weight what they call like from a specific spot. You can't just say, oh, I want to lose weight on my cheekbones, or I want to lose weight on just on my legs. You can't do that. You can just lose body fat percentage, and that's all you can do. Down here, we've got the ECV. That means your extracellular water, extracellular visc. This one's in Danish, and it's a ratio compared with your total body weight. And the reasons that one is here is so that on this one down here, when you get different measurements, you can see I've got 8 down here, different ones. As you go time to time, you'll be able to see the different measurements that are on the scale here. And the ECV ratio will go either up or down. And that helps us see how reliable is the result. If my ECV is really low, I'll be dehydrated, then it will affect your fat percentage and your muscle mass. And your total body weight as well. So if I've got 2 ECVs next to each other that are one really high, one really low, then that'll tell me that, it's a fair result, but it's difficult to compare one from the other. Have I got lots of water in my body today, then it's going to show a different result than if I've got not a lot of water in my body today. As you can see, I've got a tiny little bit of difference, but it's not huge. It's just a little bit. Over here, we've got the research parameters. We've got intracellular water in liters, extracellular water in liters. How much of the water is in your cells? How much is it out of your cells? Typically, extracellular water, I suppose that'll be the contents of your stomach, etc. Here you've got your BMI, your basic metabolic rate. That will say your resting metabolism. So if you lie still for 24 hours, have no activity whatsoever, that's how much your body will burn in order to stay the same weight that it is now. So I need 2,005 calories every day before I even add any kind of action on it, just to keep my heart beating and my brain moving around. Okay? Hip to waist ratio, that's it'll tell you how wide your hips are in relation to your waist. It should be between 80 and 90. Visceral fat rating, this is an important one. This is where is your fat as far as your midsection is concerned. Your visceral fat, that's all the fat that's around your intestines, your stomach, your inner organs. Now it's got a scale here of 1 to 9. That's what it thinks is a healthy scale. So 1 to 9, it will still be healthy, won't affect your day-to-day life. But if your visceral fat level gets above 9, then it can start to affect things like your circulation, what's called adiposity tests, overweight, hypertension, high blood pressure, increases chances of heart disease, colon cancer, things like that. Visceral fat is related to a lot of illnesses that you want to avoid. So you might be looking in the mirror thinking, I would really like to lose some weight, but visceral fat, that's important stuff. Obesity degree, that's related to your BMI. It's how much percent your BMI is over what it should be. I'm 129% obese according to this one. That's awesome. Bone muscle content, yeah. Sorry, bone mineral content, that's the bone minerals. Body cell mass, arm circulation, yeah, that's these three aren't super important. And down here you've got your impedance. That's because the machine sends 3 signals through your body, a 5 Hertz, 50 Hertz, a 500 Hertz, and it tells you how long it takes for them to get through each section of your body. It stands for right arm, trunk, right leg, left leg. So out of the 3 measurements, it will tell you how long that takes. Here we've got a QR code. If you want to know more about it, you can scan the QR code, and I think it pretty much just gives you the information that's on the back. You've also got a written breakdown of all of the different things and what they mean on here. If you have any questions, then just feel free to contact me. Go into my website, leonhutchinson.com. You can find me on Instagram, Leon V. Hutchinson. I'm on Facebook as Fitter Than Ever. I'm on LinkedIn as well as Leon Hutchinson. If you want to know more, just drop me a line, send me an email, a DM. I will answer any questions. I will help you as much as I possibly can. I hope that your measurement has been useful to you. And remember, one measurement isn't really that valuable. When we start to put your measurements together, see 2, 3, 4, then we can see, are we going in the right direction? Or are we going in the wrong direction? Are we improving that what we want to improve? Or are we just standing still? So see it as a starting point. This is where we begin. And we use this to set the goals that we want to make, the habits that we want to build, and the changes that you want to make in your life. All right? Have an awesome day, and I will hope to see you guys very soon.